this is just a quick story time about my time with a narcissist and the healing process. So I actually lived with a narcissist for almost 10 years. We were together off and on for 17. We were together, we broke up. Promised he would never do what he did before, and I took him back, and then I couldn't get rid of him. So I'm going to go over again. I'm not a licensed clinician, although I am going to start my social work degree, my master's program. I do have an associate's degree in social work, a bachelor's degree in business, a master's degree in business, and I'm a certified life coach. So with that said, I'm kind of familiar with a little bit of the process, but I've been doing what I can to kind of understand a little bit more of what's going on. With that said, I just want to share again my experience. Every narcissist is a little different. Mine, for the most part, was very much textbook narcissist. I should have caught the red flags if I would have known what a narcissist is and what I knew today. So right now, the one thing I want to touch about, which probably hurts the most, is the new supply. So mine actually cheated repeatedly, and then ultimately when we broke up, he admitted that he was leaving to go be with his new supply. And then ultimately a week later, they both texted me to let me know that they were engaged and very happy, and that I would ultimately, he's telling me that I would never be the woman that this woman who's 20 years younger than me would ever be. So with that said, I just want to kind of talk about it because the new supply does hurt, especially so quickly after a breakup. So in my case, he literally moved in, they were already together when we broke up, which he didn't bother telling me. He tried saying, oh, I told you we were cordial roommates. Cordial roommates who were waking up in my bed in the morning. So anyways, just remember that new supply is more of a love bombing. So they're in that first intimate, first couple, the phase that you had, like with me. He told me he loved me, we were meant to be together, made it seem like we were soulmates, and that no matter what, we were always drawn together, and we would always be together, and that no one else would ever be with either one of us because we were destined to be together. And he really painted it on really, really thick. And right now online, he's pasting, actually him and his fiance are both posting the illusion that everything's perfect between them, right? They're happy. They obviously messaged me about how happy they are and how happy she is with the ring. But ultimately with a narcissist like mine, they don't have feelings. They don't have compassion. They don't have empathy. They don't show any of those feelings either. So he could never tell me he loved me. But he would make comments to me like, you better tell me you love me. I need to want to hear it from you. And the reason why they want to hear it is because it feeds their ego, and it also lets them know that you're committed and tied to the relationship. So it's going to be very hard for you to leave because you are in love or committed to that relationship by making those comments. But remember, this is just an illusion. If that person is truly a true narcissist like mine, a very textbook, it's an illusion. They're trying to get control. So the reason why they're messaging me or posting it online is they want me to know that that's their new target. They want you to feel that, that could be you if you would have just followed directions or listened or let me cheat, or if you would have cooked better or dressed better or whatever their situation was. I have a master's degree. He's dating someone who doesn't have an advanced college degree or have a job with benefits and pension and pay, everything like I do. So clearly he downgraded in my eyes. And now she may be an amazing person. I don't know her. I just know the messages she has sent me and some of the comments that she has said about me. But it's an illusion. It's ultimately those messages and stuff to try to get control of my feelings, control of the next step. So it's just a perfect way of trying to victim blame, like trying to turn it around that, oh, you're not good enough. But she is. She's 20 years younger than you, and she looks better. Well, yeah, I'm 50. She's 30. There's no way I'm going to have a 35-year-old body regardless of how many days I go to the gym. I know that. I respect what Mother Nature is doing and the way things work in the world. And the fact that this woman is the same age as his child kind of upsets my stomach a little bit. But at the same time, she seemed to be very happy and seemed to be well aware that 7 days after he moved out, they were engaged. And she seemed to be okay with the fact that he was with me and her at the same time, and she was aware of it. I was not aware that he was sleeping with both of us at the same time, but she did, and she seemed to be okay with that. So just remember some of that messaging that he's sending me and posting online, which some of it's intended for me because he went strictly on my business page and posted, how it was all my fault and victim blaming me for his affairs. But that's just another way of gaslighting. It's a way of trying to turn the tables, and it's trying to take control and manipulate me and my feelings. And I think that's important for you to consider and think about if yours is doing the same thing. Just remember that those pictures are not going to be a true, authentic self, especially if it's a true narcissist like mine. All of us probably have some degree of narcissism in us, a little bit of. That's how we better ourselves. That's how I work towards healing myself, is putting myself first. So to some degree, yeah, I guess I have a little bit of it in me now, just because I'm tired of the abuse, the physical abuse, the emotional abuse, the emotional roller coaster he put me through, having me question the community around me, the reality of what was going on around me, even now trying to tell me that I'm not smart enough or good enough. You know what? It's okay. I don't have to be good enough for trash, because I'm better than that. I don't belong in the trash can. If that's where you want to live, then you want to go sleep with people in the backseat of their car, then go for it. I own my house. I own my car. I have my own business. I have my own job. So if the grass is greener over there, if you seem to like that grass, then keep it, because you know what? You're not what I want in my yard. And so it's important when you see that to remember that, yeah, it may seem perfect and lovely and amazing right now, but if it's truly a narcissist, he's going to go through that same cycle. And at some point, she's going to get him mad, and he's going to respond with gaslighting her, or discarding her, or putting her down, and doing the same things that he's been doing, that he did with me. And so she may not be prepared, since she's in her early 30s, where I'm 50, and I've gone through a little bit more of it in my life. And had a little bit more life experience, as well as a success coach. So I work with students on a daily, or adults on a daily basis, helping them overcome their own barriers, which some of them resemble what I was going through. And so it's important to understand that I come with a different set of skills, and he was not as easily able to manipulate me and control me. And I think that's important to remember when you look at your situation. And just remember the new supply. It may be love bombing, but ultimately it's going to end up the same way your relationship ended. So keep that in mind and stay blessed, and keep working on your self-healing. It does get better.